South Park, the real pilot good ending. I worked at Branagh Productions in 1991. Then I got fired in 1996. Then I tripped on a tape called South Park, the pilot, so I took it home and put it in a VCR. The opening didn't get played like usual, it just had South Park in big white letters with a red background. Then cut to a scene with what looked like Cartman arguing with the whole gang. He then got beat up by Kyle, Stan, and Kenny. Cartman then stormed off. He came into his house and Cartman then argued with his mother in the kitchen and he started throwing plates and other silverware at her. He then knocked her out with a sharp plate to her head. Cartman grabbed the sharpest knife in a drawer and ran out the door with it. "They'll all pay," he said in his now demonic voice and red eyes which made me wet myself with fear. It then cut to a scene of Kyle laying on the floor coloring with a crayon on a coloring book with a scowl on his face. I hate Cartman. That stupid fatus. Kyle then froze with fear when a scream from both of his parents. "Mom? Dad?" Kyle whined. Kyle looked horrified and screamed when he saw his parents being killed by Cartman. Blood splattered all over him and Kyle. "Oh, hi Kyle," he said in his demon voice. Kyle's parents were being decapitated. Cartman had cut off the top of their heads and fed their brains to his now demonic cat. Kyle vomited all over the floor. "Oh Kyle, I'm happy I'll finally get my revenge for all those times you made fun of me. Goodbye, Kyle." "Cartman, please don't hurt me," Kyle whined, but it was too late. I then blocked my eyes while I heard the screams of a real child being killed and the sound of blood splatting everywhere. When I opened my eyes, my TV had a black screen with the words 1 hour later. When the screen faded, it showed Stan ringing Kyle's doorbell. "Dude, do you want to go do something?" Stan called out. Stan noticed the door was open. He looked around the empty room. "Kyle. Mr. and Mrs. Briflovsky. Anybody here?" Stan asked. Stan walked into the other room. "Kyle." He screamed as he saw the remains of his best friend and vomited. Kyle had multiple stab holes in his decapitated head. His intestines and brain were being devoured by Cartman's cat. Stan then killed the demonic cat and then cried like a realistic child over Kyle's remains. Stan began to sob softly, and then said, "I'm sorry, dude. This is all my fault. I want you back, Kyle. Almost all of South Park is taken care of. Stan, you're next," Cartman said in his demon voice. "Cartman, please don't kill me. Please." Stan whined. Then Stan woke up and sees Cartman, Kyle, and Kenny. Stan says, "Cartman?" Kyle. "Kenny?" It was all just a dream. So, this was just Stan's nightmare. I kept the VHS tape.